What's good? We're on day 3 of cycling out the 120. It is getting closer and closer. Once day 7 comes up and we do the last stability dose, then we are going to get this parrotfish and Nicaraguan out of this 200 and get them into the 120. And then we're gonna get the Oscar and the chocolate cichlid down there. We're gonna put them right in. Also gonna take that beautiful pleco there and put him in the 120 as well. Thing is, this is all the parrotfish is doing. Look at this. This is like 3 inches of sand. She just does damage, straight damage. And this, I want it to be a complete South American tank. I don't want any fish messing with the substrate, and they won't. The parrotfish is the only one that does that. And you can see how long it has taken to have a straight up ecosystem going on with this South American tank, and it just continues to get better, and it will get a lot better once that parrotfish is out, because you know, this is not gonna happen. So, day 3 right now, everything's looking good. I'll take you down here to the 22. We got these little baby fish, baby convicts, maybe baby red points, I don't know. But they're looking really, really cool. Definitely cool. So we will be back in a couple days, and we're gonna do a water change, get those fish into the 120, and finally we're gonna be able to add some fish, and it's gonna be awesome. So I am building another top for the 120 gallon. Like I said, that top is a little too heavy. This is a lot lighter. I built this with quarter inch plywood. I built the other one with 1/2 inch. I used thicker wood on the other one. So this one is a lot lighter. Very happy about that. You know, unfortunately, I mean, these are the things that happen when you try to build big projects. You know, sometimes you just don't build it right, and it sucks. It might be a little waste of wood, but at the end of the day, we all learn from our mistakes. So redoing it, I got about 2 or 3 more coats to put on, a little hand sand, and I'm gonna put some knobs on it so I can put it up and down. Also gonna put hinges on the back. This way I could just lift it up. And yeah, I think it came out pretty good. And I only routed the top of this. I routed both sides on the big one. I feel like it will probably look better with one side. If I feel like it doesn't, I will just route the other side. But for now, just keeping it a nice double Roman on the top, calling it a day. So that is what I got going off at the top here. Let's keep it moving. All right, so I ended up getting this 24/7 light on this 29 gallon, but you can see I did clean off the right side here with algae, but you can see a lot of algae growing. Now I did keep the light on for about a week just because I want to get these plants right. But at the end of the day, you can cycle a tank, but that does not mean that it is balanced right away. It takes quite a while for a tank to be completely balanced, efficient, and let's take it to the angelfish tank, because this will show you a really established tank. Now you see, when you look at this 54 gallon here, I rarely even clean the glass. If you look at the back doesn't even have algae really on it. You do need to get the cleaners in there too. The snails, the plecos. So certain fish will eat algae, but you could just see how established this tank is. You see this fern right here? Constantly having baby ferns. This other fern back here is another one. I just put the tiger lotus in on both sides, and look at how good they're growing. Oh my god. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna cut this red here. I'm gonna cut that down because you can see that the light is, you know, not getting through completely, and the tiger lotus especially needs that light. So I am going to cut a little bit back, and I'm going to add it to the 120 and to any other aquarium that I think would look good with some of these plants. But you can see just how established it is. It's like self-efficient. I haven't changed the filter in 5-6 months. I only add water to it. When you have a planted tank, it's almost like the whole ecosystem. It keeps the fish healthy. It keeps the plants healthy. A planted tank is just so perfect for any fish. It puts them in their elements, and it's awesome. It's so awesome. You can put a sick fish inside a planted tank, and I guarantee you, if that tank is completely balanced, that will cure the fish. Fish don't die in a balanced planted tank unless they're killed or just get too old. All of these fish, not only one fish I believe has died, one angelfish, and that was a long time ago, right after he had babies and mated or whatever. They breeded together and then the male died. But they're known to do that. So, but just look at it. I mean, look at this tank. It's amazing. I have to cut all of this vegetation every month. I have to cut it. Otherwise it just gets so crazy that the angelfish almost gets stuck in it. So that is what a completely established fish tank looks like. So even though I could sit there and, you know, cycle the tank, make it fish ready, that doesn't mean it's going to be balanced. And that's where I'm coming at with this 29. So what I plan to do is I have a type of pleco inside the 50 that I was going to add to this tank. And if I can get to the other pleco, one of the plecos in the 200 gallon, I can put both of them in here, and it'll definitely help. And I can also throw a couple snails in, and I think that'll help as well. I want the algae almost to be eaten rather than scrubbed off, because it does make a mess when you scrub it. But that's the little dilemma I'm dealing with in the 29. But whenever you set up a new fish tank, you're going to deal with these small annoying problems, but it just takes time to get to that point of where it is almost self-sufficient. So let's take a look and see if we can find the pleco I want to get in here. And I'd love to be able to net them and get them in here. So let's see if we can find them. Okay, so we're at the 50 now, and man, that Oscar is always hungry. But there is the little guy right there. Now if I try to just get him from this position here, I think he just go right underneath that driftwood and I won't be able to get him. That's the hard part about netting and trying to catch any fish in this 50-gallon. This piece of driftwood is probably my favorite piece ever. I mean, it was actually, I believe, a root. So it was a root of a plant, I don't know, tree, and all I did is add that little kickstand to it, and I glued it onto acrylic, and the acrylic's on the bottom and it has all the sand on top, so it's not going anywhere. But needless to say, there's a lot of space underneath it, and you know, he's constantly chilling all around it, and if he gets spooked, he's going right in. So I'll try to get him in a little bit, maybe try to feed him and try to get him out away from that driftwood. It's going to be real hard to catch these fish when I put them in the 200 here. So yeah, but that's the guy I want to put in. He doesn't get too big. That other guy there is going into the 120 over here very soon. It is day 5. I have to put some stability in here. I'm gonna put a couple more plants in, and in a couple days we're gonna be adding some of these fish. Now there's the sailfin pleco back there. He's not going anywhere. He's gonna be chilling. But there's one of the plecos. They love to chill on that driftwood there. I did the same thing with that driftwood. I glued it to acrylic and put it right down on the bottom and put everything on top, so makes it look like makes it look cool. But yeah, I mean, those plecos are getting pretty big. I don't know if it'd be a good idea to put that guy in the 29 anyway. He's pretty big, but we'll definitely put one in. And I did think about putting some mystery snails in, but I believe I have 2 in here and they lay eggs, so they're doing good in here. I don't really want to take them out. So let's see if we can get this guy and get him in the 29. So you can see the plecos right there, and I got the net here, but I'm not trying to spook them. And I just spooked them. It's hard to hold a camera. It's hard to catch a fish in general, but to hold a camera and catch the fish, that's just never happening. So I'm gonna put this phone down and hopefully we can catch this guy. Alright, so unfortunately I lost. So we're just gonna keep that pleco in there. But what's really cool is I went to the local pet store and I actually seen they had rubber lip plecos. And rubber lip plecos are a South American fish, and their main diet is green algae. So I just felt like that was a sign from the gods. So I ended up getting 3 rubber lip plecos. They're chilling in the 29 right now in the bag. I also grabbed the Neurite snail while I was at it. You should quarantine. That's 100%. You should quarantine. I am gonna take the chance here because I haven't moved these fish yet and made this a quarantine tank. So I am gonna put those rubber lips in the 29 and with the snail, and they look real good. So I'm almost positive nothing's gonna go wrong, but it is super important to quarantine. So just putting it out there. And it is day 7 today on this 120 gallon. So I'm gonna put the last dose of stability in and I can start adding fish. So it's about to get real cool, man. Gonna have a lot of fun with this, adding a lot of fish into different aquariums. Let's go. Alright, so let's hope that they eat this algae up. You can already see he's starting to munch up some algae right now. So I guess we'll give it some time and see if this tank gets cleaner. Alright, day 7, we finished putting the stability dose in, and I got this Amazon sword here. About to put that in here, and I got a lot I'm doing right now, so I'm not gonna bore you with all the cleaning I have to do. You can see how much the water's evaporated already, but definitely got to clean the 200 up. We're gonna move this parrotfish and Nicaraguan as well as that pleco right back there. Those 3 guys are going into the 120, and I'm just gonna put a couple plants in here, set everything up and get them in here. So I'm gonna get to work, do what I have to do, and hopefully we got these guys in here by the end of the night. Alright, so I turned off the heater, I turned off the pump, I'm siphoning out. You can see the suction is in there right now. I just went to empty some buckets, and I'm going to catch the parrotfish at some point. And look at him, look at her, already spitting sand around. Wait, look at this fish. Unbelievable. Even when I'm cleaning the tank, she's trying to demolish it a little more. Yeah, I'm trying to get her out, but I got this crappy net. Look at this thing. Look at this. This is what happens when you buy. Like, nobody takes pride in anything they sell. Look how shitty that is. Unbelievable. Alright, well, let's get back to it. Alright, got the parrotfish into the 120, and yeah, he's gonna enjoy it in here. You can see it's still a nice big tank for him, and definitely his colors look nice with that burgundy. Loving it. He's big. I didn't realize. You don't realize how big they are when they're in such a big tank. Alright, let's get back to what we got going on here. Now we got the Nicaraguan in here, and man, look at that yellow with that burgundy in the background. Man, what a beautiful fish. Now, once I finish cleaning up the 200, we're gonna go out to the pond, and I'm gonna get both Honduran red points, who have beautiful turquoise colors, and then we're gonna try to get the platinum convicts and the pink convict. I think we have 1 platinum, 2 pinks. So just to put all them beautiful different colored fish in here, I think it's gonna look unbelievable. But for now, let's finish cleaning this up, and then I'm gonna get those other fish. Those other fish are gonna be super hard because they are in the pond. So they're gonna be hiding in everything. But definitely happy I got these 2 guys out. Now the mouth brooding Severin won't have to be scared. Both Severins don't have to deal with the parrotfish or the Nicaraguan here. So here we go, looking good. Okay, so I lifted up the bridge here and I am going to attempt to get a couple of the fish I really want. It's not going to be easy trying to navigate this, so wish me luck. Okay, so for those that don't really know what a Honduran red point looks like, look at those colors. Man, he is big. Sheesh. That is a big fish. Trying to get him out the net here. Look at the colors on him. You could tell that he's a male. Got a lot of crap in the tank. But man, you could tell that that's the male. Look at the colors. Oh my God, what a beautiful fish. I know I stressed them out quite a bit. So we have the big guy back there. We also have a regular convict. Yeah, they're all hiding. So I ended up getting both Honduran red points. I believe we have a male and a female. I ended up getting the convict I originally put in there. And then we have, I believe, a pink and a platinum convict. So 2 Honduran red points, 3 convicts are in here with the Nicaraguan, who's just in there right now, and the parrotfish. Definitely stressed out quite a bit, so I'm gonna give them a little time and hopefully we can get a better look at them. But really cool. I don't know if I had 2 pink convicts or 1. And I know I had a platinum convict, so there still might be 1 fish in there. I'm about to put a little stress coat in here just to be safe, and we'll come back to it. Yeah, so with the 200, we just have the 2 Severins in right now, and you can see that the mouth brooding Severin is in the middle of the tank. No more Nicaraguan to bully him around. That is beautiful because he's such a beautiful fish, and I never got to see him because he was always in the corner. So real happy to see him, you know, spreading his fins a little and swimming around. Now I'm gonna put this Oscar and chocolate cichlid in, and I'm gonna get that pleco into the 120, and the 120 just came alive, man. I put a little stress coat in, and 10 minutes later these fish are swimming, man. And you can see how beautiful the colors are. You know, the reason why I wanted to go with all these different convicts, for one, they were living in the pond and it's getting really cold. So when the temperature drops to like 30 degrees, the pond drops to like 75. So if that continues, you know, it's gonna get just colder and colder, and I don't think they were gonna do good. So taking them in was the smartest decision, and look at how just beautiful all of these colors together look. You got the yellow with the peacock right there. You know, you got that bright orange with the parrotfish, pink convict, platinum convict, Honduran red points. I believe, I don't know if they're both males, but you can tell he's definitely a male, that big forehead. And you know, the other one might be a female. But the males have beautiful, like, vibrant color, and you can see how beautiful he is. So, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, so, just definitely the different coloring. It's super cool, man. I'm loving this. And, yeah, they're just asserting their dominance, and yeah, this tank is alive. I am gonna add that pleco in there. Hopefully they don't mess with him. He's pretty big, so I don't think they will. And you know, what are they gonna do to him? So let's get these guys in and yeah, finish this up. This is cool. Alright, you can see the pleco is down underneath right there, and everybody's still getting acquainted with one another. And we ended up getting the chocolate cichlid, who's back there hiding a little bit, and we got the Oscar right in the middle, because that's what Oscars do. So I'm gonna let them get acquainted with their new home. I mean, that Oscar's never gonna have to be upgraded ever again. None of these fish will. To have the two Severins, the chocolate cichlid, and the Oscar, I think these are perfect tank mates. I think once they get used to each other, they'll be good. I know the Severin here is getting a little trying to figure out what the hell he is. And yeah, hopefully everything goes well. I mean, he's been the gentle giant. He's really not super aggressive, but you know, when you have something new in, you just never know. So hopefully everything goes good, and you know, we got no issues. I really feel like this is gonna be the perfect tank mates. Cleaned up the South American tank here. Everything looks real good. I mean, plants still growing like crazy. Got the roots, everything growing hydroponically, and all South American fish. That's it. From the red-eye tetras, which is my school of South American fish, to the rest of the fish in there, and the plecos, everything South American. I'm very, very happy about this. This is what I wanted from the beginning. So definitely happy. And you can see the Oscar is chasing the little minnows, the feeders. They were actually in there to get eaten, so, and they just joined the school. But there goes the chocolate cichlid. Very cool, man. They just gotta kind of get acquainted with one another. I can't see that mouth brood and Severin really being a bully, being that he got bullied quite a bit from the Nicaraguan. So maybe he's just showing that, you know, you can't pick on me. But man, very happy that I got this chocolate cichlid and Oscar in here. I'm super happy. This is awesome. So South American tank looking good. I will keep you updated. I now have my quarantine tank down there. There is a couple red-eye tetras in there. They are so hard to catch. But other than that, any new fish is going down in there. You know, we have our baby convicts, red points, who knows. Look at how big they're getting. Very active, very cool. And then we come here to the Central American tank. Now, other than the parrotfish and the pleco, everything else is Central American, from the Nicaraguan to the convicts, the red points. So very cool. This is what I wanted to do from the jump, and finally, after building this tank, setting it all up, going through the week of making sure it was all fish ready, we finally have fish in here. This is a beautiful feeling. I'm loving this. So definitely have a video shortly on how everything is going. But for now, we are gonna wrap it up. Much appreciated. I will catch you on the next one. Y'all be safe. You know.